The Duke of Sussex has hit out at his close family in a bombshell documentary that will leave the palace reeling. In the newly released doc, The Me You Can't See, Harry opens up about his struggles with his mental well-being and the trauma that haunts him after the death of Mother Princess Diana. He also spoke about Meghan's struggles with mental health, and said the palace was at fault for making her cry into her pillow at night after the royal couple recorded their interview with Oprah Winfrey earlier this year. Before the Oprah interview has aired, and because of their headlines and the combined effort of the firm and the media to smear her, I was woken in the night to hear Meghan crying into her pillow because she doesn't want to wake me up because I'm already carrying too much, he said. That's heartbreaking. Meghan, 39, revealed during the high-profile interview with Oprah, which aired in March, that her mental health suffered while she was living in the UK. She also said she was not given the help she needed when she reportedly felt suicidal. And in Harry's latest documentary, he said Meghan didn't give in to her suicidal thoughts because of how unfair it would have been to him after the death of his mother. The thing that stopped her from seeing it through was how unfair it would be on me after everything that had happened to my mum, and to now be put in a position of losing another woman in my life, with a baby inside of her, our baby, he said. The scariest thing for her was her clarity of thought. She hadn't lost it. She was completely sane. Yet in the quiet of night, these thoughts woke her up. And he accused his family of total neglect when he reached out to try and get help for Meghan, then pregnant with their son Archie. I thought my family would help, but every single ask, request, warning, whatever, it is just got met with total silence, total neglect, he said. He singled out Charles for particular condemnation, saying his father did little to help him through his struggles. My father used to say to me when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I, well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you, he said. That doesn't make sense. Just because you suffered, that doesn't mean your kids have to suffer. Actually, quite the opposite. If you suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences you had, you can make it right for your kids. Harry also revealed that he's been in therapy for 4 or 5 years, while also opening up about turning his back on Britain and his family to break the cycle of grief being passed down the generations. He said he was never given the space or time to mourn Diana's death, and eventually turned to drinking and drugs to numb his lingering pain. I was willing to drink. I was willing to take drugs. I was willing to try and do the things that made me feel less like I was feeling, he said. But I slowly became aware that, okay, I wasn't drinking Monday to Friday, but I would probably drink a week's worth in one day on a Friday or a Saturday night. And I would find myself drinking, not because I was enjoying it, but because I was trying to mask something. The 5-part celebrity-packed doc was released on Apple TV in the US on Thursday night and the UK on Friday morning. It was released days after Harry last week told Dax Shepard on his podcast that his father Charles passed on genetic pain from his own troubled childhood. During the brutally frank chat about his mental health with the podcast host and actor, Harry also claimed that his life was a mixture between The Truman Show and being in a zoo. In his interview with Oprah earlier this year, the Duke had claimed he believed his father and brother, Prince William, are trapped in their royal family roles.